Apologies, Trooper. Would using maps to discuss these locations that you searched, the toll information, would that assist these jurors in understanding the locations that you're describing?
Okay.
Do you believe that maps would assist?
Yes.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes, you may.
So, Trooper Hernandez, I'm showing you what's been marked for identification as States Exhibits 145 through 155. If you could just review each of those and look up when you're done. Thank you, Trooper. The areas that you just reviewed, are you familiar with those areas?
Yes.
And is that through your capacity as a law enforcement officer with the Mass State Police?
Yes.
And the records that were just admitted through you, you're familiar with those as well?
Yes.
And again, the maps that you just reviewed, those would help the jurors in understanding the locations that we're going to discuss?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move to publish what's been marked for identification as States Exhibit 145 through 155.
So if you want to use those as demonstrative exhibits, you may do so. They're not marked as full exhibits, but they may be shown.
So, Trooper Hernandez, turning to the toll information, please look at the screen behind you. And if you can just confirm, other than the red sticker on the bottom of the exhibits that you just were handed, is that consistent with what's before you?
Yes.
And what is the image in the top right of that picture? What does it capture?
The license plate.
And can you please read the license plate number of that vehicle, and I'll make it large for you.
So it's Arizona registration AJ78147.
And I think you said this, but it's an Arizona registration.
Correct.
What are the dates and times associated with the violations?
The dates are March 4th, 2020. Times are 4 in the morning at 4:44 a.m. And underneath that same date, March 4th, 2020, it's at 4:45 a.m. The one underneath that one is March 4th, 2020 at 5:25 a.m.
And what are the exit plazas associated with the toll violations?
Tobin Bridge.
And any specific directions associated with the tolls?
So Tobin Bridge Local North, Tobin Bridge Local South, Tobin Bridge Local North.
So you've testified that the maps would assist jurors in understanding these specific locations. And I'm going to place a map on the screen behind you. If you could look at that for a moment. And that should be consistent with State's Exhibit, what's marked as State's Exhibit 145 for identification. Do you recognize the area depicted in this image?
Yes.
And if you could just describe what the jurors are seeing in this image.
So it's the Tobin Bridge. That's where, would you like for me to point?
Yeah, if you don't mind, and you can get up if you need to, if you can point out the Tobin Bridge area.
Tobin Bridge is in this vicinity right here.
And for those unfamiliar, how would you describe the Tobin Bridge area?
Tobin Bridge is it has tolls, easy pass tolls where it documents when a vehicle goes by it. It's a high traveled highway bridge that leads into like the Boston area, into Chelsea.
And you said it leads into the Boston area and Chelsea?
Correct.
Would you say that the Tobin Bridge area is suspended over water ground, both?
Over water.
Do you know how long it is?
Not sure.
So let's look at the area associated with the tolls. And the zoomed in area. Can you describe what's depicted in this image?
That's where the Easy Pass readers are located. In this vicinity.
And that image is associated with which toll area?
Tobin Bridge.
All right. And how about this image?
That is also part of the Tobin Bridge as well.
Okay. And if you don't mind just pointing to the
This area.
and the area that you just pointed to, is that a specific toll?
Correct.
And this one.
Same with this. This is a toll as well. Tobin Bridge area.
So, Trooper, I'd like to discuss specific searches that your unit conducted related to this case, the search for the body of Harmony Montgomery. Can you just discuss the Massachusetts Special Emergency Response Team, or CERT?
You want me to? Could you just repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
Can you just discuss the CERT team, the CERT team for Massachusetts?
So the
Massachusetts.
So the CERT team, which is the Special Emergency Response Team, they specialize in conducting searches for all sorts of reasons. They assisted in this. They were a major part in this. They normally go out with, they went out with us this time, and they were the ones that were tracking down locations where we were searching, essentially.
Specifically with the CERT team, do they search a particular area, water, land, air, all?
All.
So they have access to airplanes, helicopters?
Yes, some of the units that the CERT team uses are K9. They use Massachusetts Dive Team as well, the Mass State Police Air Wing Unit.
And can you please describe for the jurors just the searches that were conducted by the CERT team, again, looking for the body of Harmony Montgomery?
Would you like the locations?
And I'll actually put them up on the screen behind you. So if you can discuss, beginning with Route 101 near the Tobin Bridge, that search location.
So the 107, Route 107, that was done, that was conducted from the area of Revere to the Saugus line. Both Revere is a city and town, and the Saugus as well. So that vicinity of 107 was conducted by the CERT team.
And can you just point that area out on the map behind you, please?
Show this specific area.
How about Broad Sound Tuna Club area?
That was conducted also by the CERT team, which is this vicinity right here. Dive team also assisted.
The dive team also assisted. How about canines? Were they present for that?
Not sure if K9 was present that day.
Are you familiar with the search of the Sales Creek area?
Yes.
To the search for the body of Harmony Montgomery?
Correct.
And can you point that out on the map as well?
This vicinity right here.
Bridge Pizzeria area? Are you familiar with the search conducted by the CERT team, again, related to this case?
Yes, that was done in Revere, the city of Revere.
And you said specifically in Revere?
Correct.
How about the marsh on the, well, there it is on the map.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar with this search?
Yes.
And can you just describe it to the jurors, please?
So the march area that was searched was this vicinity right here, along with also this vicinity here. It's a large area.
And what went into that search?
It was split up in multiple days, in 2 days. With that, it was a lot of law enforcement personnel from Manchester PD, also detectives from other counties because it went into the Essex County, which is Saugus. The CERT team as well, along with K9.
And so in your role, your involvement in this case, how do you set up a search like this?
So it's pretty much wherever the PD is interested in searching. At this point, it was Manchester PD had locations of interest. Based off of that, I relayed that information over to the commander for the CERT team, which is Lieutenant Kevin O'Hara. He's the one that got the additional units to kind of assist with it.
And I think you said this already, but there were multiple agencies present for these searches, is that right?
Correct.
State and federal?
Correct.
The searches that you participated in, how long did those last typically?
So the Marsh area was a very big area. The Romney Marsh reservation, it lasted about 8 hours each day, and it was done within 2 days.
Each day it was about 8 hours?
Yes.
How many individuals participated roughly?
Roughly, easily over 30 law enforcement.
Detective Hernandez, I want to turn your attention to a specific search in this case. That's the area of Romney Marsh in Revere. Are you familiar with the search of that location?
Yes.
And can you tell the jurors about the search of that specific location?
Yeah, Romney Marsh is wetland. There's a lot of grass, tall grass there. And that was done, like I said, that was done on 2 days. We split them up in 2 days. One of the days was on September 18th, 2022. My apologies. And the following search was conducted in April 7th, 2023.
Okay, so 2 specific days, September 18th, 22, and April 7th of 23. And can you point the specific locations out for each of the searches on the map?
Yes. So one of the areas was this vicinity right here, close to Copeland Circle and Revere. Another one was right in this vicinity right here, which would be right behind the Northgate Plaza and Revere as well. And this area right here was conducted as well, which that was, goes into the town of Saugus.
And Trooper Hernandez, can you just describe the towns that are bordering that area, that are surrounding the areas of those searches?
The areas, so it's the city of Revere, borders was one of the areas where it's conducted the searches, and also the town of Saugus.
You mentioned the Tobin letting out or leading to Chelsea.
Yes.
How far is Chelsea from the Revere area?
Chelsea is about 10 minutes away from Revere. 10, 15 minutes away from Revere.
During any of these searches, was the body of Harmony Montgomery located?
No.
Thank you, Trooper Hernandez. No additional questions for you, sir.
Thank you.